Right now, while you are watching this video, there are more than 30,000 of the smartest engineers on planet Earth who wake up every single morning with one mission. Their mission is not to cure cancer, it is not to build cities on Mars, it is not to end world hunger. Their mission, written in their internal memos and confirmed in their own quarterly earnings reports, is to make sure that you never become the person you were born to be. I'm not selling you a conspiracy theory. I'm reading you a balance sheet. The companies in your pocket have a combined market cap larger than the GDP of most nations on Earth. And they did not get there by accident. They got there by extracting one specific resource from your body every minute, every hour, every day, and selling it to the highest bidder. That resource is your attention. Zays, and the most disturbing part is this. You have been giving it away for free while they have been getting unimaginably rich. In the next 15 minutes, I'm going to expose the exact mechanics of how this war is being fought against you, why you have been losing without even knowing the fight existed, and the 3-tier exit protocol that quietly takes your life back. Sit still. This one is going to sting. Let us start with a number that will change how you look at your phone forever. The global digital advertising industry is worth over $1 trillion. Read that again. 1 trillion. That number is not a guess. It is on the financial statements of every major tech company in the world. And here is the question almost nobody asks. Where does that $1 trillion come from? It does not appear out of thin air, but it comes out of your life. Every single dollar in that ecosystem was generated by harvesting one specific thing from a human being like you. A moment of attention that could have been spent somewhere else. When you scroll for 40 minutes before bed, you did not just lose 40 minutes. You produced inventory. You manufactured the product that the platform then sold to advertisers. You are not the customer of these apps. You have never been the customer. You are the cattle, and your attention is the milk. The customer is the brand paying $12 per 1,000 impressions to put a sponsored post in front of your eyes. This is not a moral judgment. This is a business model. And until you see your own role in that business model clearly, you will keep showing up to the slaughterhouse on time every day, wearing a smile. These platforms do not run on luck. They run on 3 psychological hooks engineered by behavioral scientists who studied gambling addiction in casinos. The first hook is the variable reward. When you pull down to refresh your feed, you do not know what you will get. Sometimes it is nothing. Sometimes it is a friend's wedding. Sometimes it is a video that makes you cry. This randomness is the exact same mechanism that makes slot machines impossible to walk away from. Your brain releases more dopamine in anticipation of the reward than it does from the reward itself. You're not addicted to the content, you're addicted to the maybe. The second hook is social proof. Likes, hearts, comments, view counts. These numbers were not invented to help you communicate. They were invented to convert your need for tribal belonging into measurable engagement. Every notification is a small social verdict, and your nervous system was wired by evolution to care intensely about social verdicts because in tribal life, exile meant death. The platforms took that ancient wiring and connected it to a button on your home screen. The third hook, and the most dangerous one, is infinite scroll. Before infinite scroll existed, every web page had a bottom. You would reach the end and your brain would naturally ask, what next? That tiny moment of friction was where you used to make choices. Infinite scroll removed the bottom. It removed the choice. Your thumb is now in a frictionless tube and your conscious mind has been bypassed. You did not decide to keep watching. The absence of a stopping point decided for you. Now let us talk about what this is actually costing you in concrete, measurable terms that you can write down on paper. The average user in 2026 spends 4 hours and 38 minutes on their phone every day. Multiply that across a year, that is 1,690 hours. That is 70 full days. Every single year, you're handing over more than 2 months of conscious life to a system that gives nothing back to your future. In a 40-year working life, that is 8 years. 8 years of your one and only existence have already been pre-sold to advertisers who do not know your name and do not care if you die tomorrow. But the time loss is the small part of the bill. The real cost is what neuroscientists are now calling cognitive fragmentation. Every time you switch from a thought to a feed and back, your brain pays a small tax of focus. After hundreds of these switches per day, your ability to sustain a single thought for more than a few minutes literally erodes at the cellular level. Researchers at Stanford and UC Irvine have measured this. Heavy users perform worse on memory tasks, decision tasks, and deep reading tasks than light users by margins that are no longer subtle. Your phone is not just stealing your time, it is reshaping your brain to make you less capable of using the time you have left. Here is the part where most videos give you a soft, friendly tip like turn on grayscale mode. I will not insult your intelligence. You're in a war against billion-dollar systems. You need armor, not lip balm. The protocol that actually works has 3 tiers. And you must do all 3 or none of them. Tier 1. The architectural cut, delete the apps, not from your home screen, from your phone. The browser version is acceptable because it is intentionally worse, and that friction is the point. If you cannot delete an app today, ask yourself the honest question. Who exactly is making that decision for you? You or the engineer who designed the notification schedule? You do not need willpower if you remove the option. Tier 2. The calendar replacement. An empty schedule is the natural home of distraction. Every block of unbooked time becomes a vacuum that the algorithm rushes to fill. You must pre-book your day before the day starts. 3 deep blocks, 90 minutes each, scheduled by name. Write down exactly what will happen in each block before the block begins. And a booked life is an undistractable life. Tier 3. The boredom tolerance. Rebuild. Your nervous system has forgotten how to be alone with itself. Sit on a chair for 10 minutes a day with nothing. No phone, no music, no podcast, no input. It will feel unbearable for the first week. By week 3, it will feel like coming home. This is the lost human skill that the entire attention economy is built on you not having. Here is what nobody tells you about reclaiming your attention. You will not feel happier in the first 3 weeks. You will feel uncomfortable, restless, and a little lonely. This is the withdrawal phase, and it is biological, not philosophical. Your dopamine baseline is artificially elevated, and it has to come back down to factory settings before normal life starts feeling rich again. Most people quit during this exact window because they confuse withdrawal with proof that the new life is empty. It is not empty. It is just quiet. And you have forgotten that quiet was never empty in the first place. By week 6, something strange begins to happen. You start having ideas in the shower again. You finish books. Conversations with people you love start feeling deeper than they have in years. You walk somewhere without earphones and notice the sky. This is not a marketing line. This is what reclaimed attention actually feels like, reported by every single person who has done the full protocol. The world the platforms hid from you was the world you were born to live in. So here is the question I want you to answer in the comments before you click on the next video. How many hours did your phone tell you that you spent on it yesterday? Write that number. Then write the number you wish it had been. The gap between those 2 numbers is the size of the life you're still allowed to take back. The trillion-dollar industry has 50,000 engineers. You have one decision. Make it today.